welcome to our channel. We're the GraceNotesStitchers. I'm Corrin.
I'm Colleen.
And
we have more fabrics to show you at the end.
We have a lot on our agenda for today. So we'd like to welcome everybody who has joined us today. We enjoy spending time with you. We hope it's a little bit relaxing for you. And we have some new viewers. We know that just because our numbers have gone up a little bit, and we want to welcome you to our channel. We hope that you enjoy spending time with us because we enjoy your comments. We absolutely love it. So what have we been up to this week?
Past week, I've been working a lot, and I've usually, not opening, but I've been there. Oh, I've taken my fair share of naps because I feel like I deserve them. But it's interesting at work, like doing the cashier, or register. You meet these people and all that, but it's just like when I can go do hanging ornaments, yes, I get the glitter on my hands, but just when I don't have to interact with people, it's fun.
Yes, sometimes she gets some difficult customers.
Yes, these people just came up and like, I understand if you don't want to spend that much money, but they came up to the counter and said they didn't want all this, so I had to put all that stuff. I mean, yes, it was just into their separate carts, but
she had to separate it
it's
into
more work
carts
for all these other people to find where they go.
Yep. So, and it happens, we know, but because she's been exhausted from work, she comes home and she naps, and with my hand problems, our stitching has been way down. But there's other, I don't want to say roadblocks,
right?
But there's other things, because what did you do all day Sunday afternoon?
We dyed fabric.
And we have a special announcement to make. We have
our license.
So we are officially Grace Notes Fabrics LLC by law. So we have our tax resale license and we have our federal tax number. So it's all done. All the paperwork is done, filed, and we found our
supplier.
Woohoo! So it's all official now. So don't know how long the shipping is going to take for us to get our fabrics at a decent price that we can actually make a little bit of money, because right now we're kind of breaking even, but that's okay, because we wanted to get things out to you because we were so excited. So anyway, we have lots of colors to show you.
I have a stack right in front of me.
And yeah, you've never seen much of what we have on the table, but from what I saw behind the camera, you probably can see my book and stuff, because I was serging tons of fabric. So this is where our stitching time has gone. I love serging. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it. But it always was hurting my back because I was leaning over my small table. So I did raise my table up, and I just want to leave it. Yeah, my short table. I put it up to a regular height so that I can serge and not hurt my back. And it's a pain in the rear end to move it down and up. So it's just up, and it's just going to have to stay that way.
I don't think you would mind. It's not too of a mess.
So you've been working. I've been working. News in my health front. I got approved for my medication. I think I said that last time. But it is getting shipped next week. So then I have to make an appointment because it's an injection. They want me to go to the doctor to have it done the first time. So my daughter is going to do it, but it has to be in front of the nurse. But it's okay. It's all right. Even though we know what we're doing, but it's all right.
I was about to say, I forgot what I was going to say, but I finally got my banking set up, because that was the thing that took forever. And it didn't work at work. My direct deposit. So we were trying to do it at work, but I set up for 2-factor so I could do it from home. And I finally got it. So I hope I'm getting paid tomorrow.
Ooh, look at you. Okay. And this is my little complaint area. So, if your comments are not showing up on YouTube, I'm really sorry. YouTube does have this issue going on, and please comment anyway. I would like to say a special shout out to PD Stitcher. She has her own YouTube channel, but her comments still get emailed to us. So I still see all of her comments, but then I email her back. So she and I have actually been conversing, and I comment on her comment, which is really nice that I can still do that. She even went so far as to create a second YouTube account with her name and commented that way, and it still didn't show up. But she's persevering, which is amazing. But again, it came to my email, so I was able to respond. And now I've been going to YouTube Studio, which is like the background stuff if you don't have a channel. And I'm finding old messages that we never saw. So if you see me commenting on videos that are really old, that's why. I never ignored you, I promise. And I actually saw one of our first videos, we were giving away a little tiny chart with a bee on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we had asked people to comment and nobody did.
Right.
They never used that word. And I found somebody in YouTube Studio.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh my goodness. Well, the chart's gone because we did give it away, but I felt so bad. I was like, nobody wants my little chart. And let's talk about Instagram for a second. So we are going to show some fabrics to you. We understand that everybody's not on Facebook. So if we show you something you're interested in, we're not going to sit here and give you all the prices and stuff, because we don't really want to use our YouTube channel as a selling. We like to do it as show and tell. But you can either use Instagram Messenger or you can email us and we'll give you the prices of what you're interested in, because we're going to name all the fabrics so you can tell us exactly what you want. But my complaint about Instagram, I apologize if you feel like I'm not getting back to you fast enough. We're getting spammed. Mm-hmm. Like major spam. 30 messages at a time. And when I click on the message, it's usually, I want to say Russian, because it's got that Sanskrit, is that what it's called? Something like that? I don't know. It's a different, no, that's, I can't think of the word. Not Asian.
Arabic?
Yeah, that's Arabic. Okay. Sanskrit, I think, is Arabic. Please don't get mad if I'm wrong. But anyway, it's different character letters that I remember seeing in my owl forest. That's why I'm thinking it's Russian.
Yeah.
So I click on it so that I can report it, but it's always the same picture. It's some kind of like clickbait. Mm-hmm. So it's nothing pornographic or anything like that, but it's 30 messages with the exact same picture. And then the next day it's a different picture, but it's still 30 messages. And I block the person, I report the person, and then I delete it. So I know it's not, but my son tells me that it's coming from a bot. Mm-hmm. He said bots just do it, and there's not really anything you can do to stop it other than blocking and reporting. But it's very time consuming. So time has been spent on that also. But the reason I'm spending the time doing this is because there's real messages down below that I want to make sure I get to. So again, I still think email is probably the best way. And our other winner did contact us. I found her 3 days later because, again, it was in my spam. Junk. Yes. My junk. But anyway, it was in the junk mail. But I found you, and it's going out tomorrow. So we are on top of it, I promise. We just might be on top of it a few days late. That's the end of my complaints. Okay. So anyway, you ready for some whips?
Sure.
Okay.
So who's going first?
You, since you have it in your hand.
I've designated this as my work project because it's not too big, but I will just make a thing about, just make a claim about, like, okay, so this is sampling a fish, but I'm doing really bad at these challenges we have to do. My prompts are not doing good. So just let me push my thread out of the side. This is my work that I've got done on it because I get to work on it maybe for 10 and then maybe for 15 on my other, like, break. Like my lunch break, and then I have a short rest break. She gets a smoke break, you know. Back in our days, we called it a smoke break, which, you know, some of us just never got to take. Mm-hmm. So now they just call it their 15. Yeah. So she takes her 15, but my last 15, I was chatting with my coworkers because they were talking to me. It was fun. As I said, which is a good thing. Uh-huh. So you don't want to miss out on that. I'm going to show you my beauty here. It has to get done. It is. I mean, okay, like, come on. It is August. Yeah, you still have 4 months. I still have 4 months. Okay. And I'm hitting my goals. There's 16,000 stitches. But there's not been 1 month that I've missed my goal. No, I have 14,000. Okay, so you're a little ahead. Yeah. So I've not missed my goal 1 month. I've been doing really great with this. Now, I want to show you my back just because it's a little embarrassing at the bottom. So I want to show you how I have evolved. So I was flipping and hiding all of my stitches. Now that I've been doing a whole lot more for full coverage projects and like I don't want to waste my time flipping and hiding. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see what changes But again,
have been made.
Unless it's doing something to your front, who cares? It gets
But,
framed.
I mean, it's more solid down here, so I think that's also why you see it more. I don't know. But it's so thick, like tapestry up here because of all the confetti.
Mm-hmm.
And then here it's like one long string.
I see all this.
I know. That I did the continental backstitch. So I think I've shown this before. So if you do the continental backstitch, it has the straight up and down lines, like if you are doing all your X's one way and coming back and do the other way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, I know I've put into her at least 1,000 stitches. My goal is 4,000. In the games, I'll talk about her a little bit more. But I think I'm making some decent progress. I mean, I'm getting filled in up here. Getting some more down here, obviously. But I think from here up, we're 100% done.
Ooh.
So, I mean, yeah, I think I have these. I think this is 3 stitches in here. I can see it through. See through the back and then from here down. Because this might be a stitch right there. Because I'm doing a page at a time, basically. Trying to make sure I'm finished.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Mulan by Heaven and Earth Designs. Oh, I actually have all my papers out in the front of my book. So excuse all the flipping noises. I apologize. Would Mulan be the one I don't have?
Okay.
There, I have her. She's just on 25 count Ada. That Rose Ada. They didn't really have a name. But I did get a 0 in her this week.
Ooh.
So I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I finished a color.
I will show you my next whip.
Oh, good. Now I don't have to put a cover photo on.
Make your job easier.
Thank
you. You can see this. This is Pumpkin Passport by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Okay, that's what it is. So I had to take it off the Q-snap because I'm pretty sure I didn't have it all done by the time, or whatever you call it. I have Let's Go on an Adventure, and if you can see, because it's only the first cross, because I just want to do a line and come back on it. But I have the, I got all those birds in, and I wanted to say that I was using the Week Star Works navy, so it is a variegated thread, but it's hardly. And thank you for all the compliments on my fabric that I've read, and everyone likes it.
And when they died on Sunday, what did he
Oh,
say?
Some of them, he was like, okay, there's 3 of this color, so when you go to show it, there should be 3.
Yeah, he kept telling me he kept telling me to count the fabrics to make sure she wasn't carrying any off. So that was actually kind of funny. Oh, I guess my big one comes next.
The one that you keeps going, I get to work on it!
Why I get to work on it is my challenges. Oh, thank you, Colleen. This is
Heroes and Heroines.
We've got 4,000 stitches in that already.
Ooh.
And I'm 1% of the way done.
Artwork is by Amy Stewart.
Yes.
Charted by Haid.
Yes. This is the color expansion version. And can I just say how in love with this piece I am? Like, I don't want to stop working on this ever.
It's looking great.
I know. It's amazing. And can we back up a little?
What?
Like, back up.
Oh.
Physically back up. There's 2 colors I don't like in life. Colleen, what are they?
Is it the orange?
And?
Yellow?
Those are my 2 colors I don't love. So, I apologize. I know there's yellow lovers out there. We even dyed yellow fabric for you. It's just not my cup of tea. Although this one is buttery yellow, which I do like. So let's go back to this orange that I don't care for. Look at all the oranges I'm using. But I like them. I love them. I love how it looks, and I just want to keep working with it. So if you have never done an Amy Stewart chart, because I know they're so bright, they're amazing.
I need to start one.
I know. They're just beautiful, and that's all I can say is they're amazing. I love it. I love the colors, even though it's orange. And I just don't want to stop. And that is on 25 count. White Lugana. My husband also said now, yeah, he's like, so now that you can get fabrics at a wholesale price, are you going to go crazy? I was like, well,
some fabric for their full coverages they need to start.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, when you have money. And that was started as a WIPGO 2021 start. So 4,000 stitches this year. I'm pretty impressed. It says Lipka.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was also a Mania start.
That's what I thought, because it was on your Whipco.
It was on Whipco
That's what I
as a
thought.
start, and then you're right. So I need to write that in my notes.
Do we have a cover photo for these?
I do. Give me 1 second to write Mania so I don't forget.
So next
We
time
all
I'm
knew
going to
my
show you.
brain.
She'll show the cover photo.
Because I do have it
right.
out. I'm
Oh, you
more
have
on
the cover
top of
photo
it.
for Here's Some Here Ones. Go ahead and show it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just so pleased with the piece that
You keep it there.
I get overexcited. So I have the hard copy, and you're going to ask why, since most of you know I use Pattern Keeper. But I'm giving this away as a celebration when I finish.
Ooh.
So one lucky winner will get the chart.
I mean, so that's going to be a little bit, but you do love working on it.
So it might not be as long.
So it might beat some other full coverages, though.
Correct.
Okay, so she's going to show you Eiffel Baker.
That we're both working on.
Right. I don't have too much to show. I just finished my motif, so that's my celebration.
More than me.
Oops. Okay, so I hope you don't have to like see behind it or something, but let's see, do I have to lift that? So yeah, there's my alphabet and everything, but this is the one. I just have to fill in there. So I don't know where else I'm going. Maybe down here. I probably have to. And I did do this little, it's almost like those flags you see with like I want to say Quaker, of just like those flags. Like what
The ones that hang. Yeah,
just like
like
that.
like the Americana ones that hang outside of like the Historical Society and stuff like that.
But I did that because I was over by the alphabet, I believe.
Mine fell. Excuse me.
Oh, did you work on it too?
We worked on them on Sunday.
We worked at different times.
Yes. We did both work, just not together.
Guess what she did?
It might be a little obvious.
She got a word in.
I got a word in.
Wait, did you have your alphabet in?
I had some of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to take some of it out.
Awesome.
So I decided to work on something new. This was my 30 minutes. I put in the word Paris. So I was very pleased just to get what I called a motif done.
Mm.
I mean, it's completed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I got done this week.
So for the
Oh, wait.
That's that.
Well, I have the actual...
Cloud
Whoops. It is 32 count Lugana Cloud Gazing by Fiberlicious, and I am using Silks for You PR 110.
I think mine is PR 138. Don't quote me on that. I know that's 32 count, and it is Sakura by
Fiberlicious.
Fiberlicious.
We got them at the same time.
Yep. All right.
And it's a Charpa Jordan for that.
Jordan for yes. So yeah, I'll go back track on my pumpkin passport. I'm almost at 800 stitches. Does that look like 800 stitches? I don't know, but it's 18 count.
I think it does, because it's small.
But one thing that stinks is I can't really tell my percentages, although they are small charts. So, I mean, they are small, so I don't have to worry about my percentages. But, you know, you highlight one color, you can't search the one thing, so boo-hoo. Anyway, I'm not taking this off the Q-Snap because you guys got to see that last week. And if you haven't, go check out our last video.
And the cover photo got misplaced. We apologize.
Right,
but
I don't know
think
why.
you can see that it's a map of the United States.
America the Beautiful by Wishlists Designs. And this is 18 count, which
We will disappoint you for the time being with not being able to see the cover. However, if you watch our music, what do we call it? Music and stitching.
Our music and stitching.
You get to see the cover a lot.
Yes.
Because she worked on it a lot of days.
Yeah, but I'm working on Alaska. That was what I was trying to point out. So, that might be all my whips.
I have one more. And that would be my Summer Quaker, which I had the paper open to. This is on 28 count. Picture this plus truffle casual linen. 28 count casual linen.
It's upside down. When you say truffle, I'm almost thinking of like a strawberry chocolate. Because truffle to me is...
To me, truffle is more brown, but...
Or truffle, you know, the truffle you shave.
And I'm using the called for Baldanis. So this week, I got probably the TUBW 5678 done. I am very, very pleased with my progress.
Algerian or Algerian eyelets.
Algerian.
Okay, I was saying both because I didn't know.
Algerian eyelets. And they're done with one thread. So the rest, if you haven't used Baldani, it is a 3-strand floss. You use all of it at the same time. And you just pull it off the spool and use it.
And they come in balls.
And they come in little balls. But for the Algerian eyes, they asked me to use one strand. So that has been very interesting.
Did we say this last week, but you had barely of the one color?
I almost ran out of one, but you had it, right?
No. I didn't have it, but you made it. That's what
I did make it. Yeah, and it's not used for any of these that I'm aware of. But I am TUBWXYZ. I have 4 more letters.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I've been using this as a daily 30, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but I've just been working a letter and a number a day. Wasn't really planned to be that way, but that's how it's been happening. And this is what it looks like. Okay, almost what it looks like. This is the called for fabric, by the way.
Oh yeah, when we finish it, she's gonna have to take it off the scroll rod.
I cannot wait to take it off the scroll rod.
Because
I did miss 2 stitches up top that I have to go back and get.
Wow.
So I probably will just take it off the scroll rods to do that. So before we get into our games, these are still up for grabs. We've got several people commenting on our last video. So go to the previous video, and if you haven't watched it, watch it for the keyword. And then you get to pick one of these 2. And then we'll give away the other one and another one. It is only a 13 by 14 square. So it is something pretty small. And this is 18 count. Both of them are 18 count. So if it's a good size project. So they're both 13 by 14. But just a reminder that we still have that open, and we'll announce that winner next week. So games. How's your games going?
I'm letting down my family. Crafton's from...
Oh yeah, let's not.
Stitchers!
So sorry. I have not been posting anything in that game.
Nope, I haven't, and I feel so bad.
It's been rough. I mean, it really has been. I totally see why there's Flosstubers who don't play any games.
A Flosstube, yes, I do know that.
Because there's just a lot of things that you have to have going on.
I just want to stick to one group.
Really enjoying the daily 30 though, and our unicorn trot.
She enjoys the unicorn trot. I kind of don't want to do it.
Nobody said you have to.
I know, but I just like the smaller, it feels like a smaller goal, and you get tokens. And if you don't, because I just feel like if I cannot complete unicorn trot, then I failed. So that's just me. So I just feel like I can do those weeklies and the monthly thing.
And I'm going for the unicorn instead of
all that stuff.
Yeah, I've started some of the monthly.
Right.
Because
but I just want to get
projects
those
that
little
are not my
tokens.
unicorn.
The unicorn trot to me is, I'm not the huge goal person. Like you are, pat, 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 and I'm just like, I got 10 stitches today.
So I've gotten 3 miles. See? 3 miles in on
Heroes and Heroines.
And I got 1 mile in on Mulan. However, my other 2 projects have nothing. And I have to get at least a mile in each one of those to count. I can't even succeed if I don't. So those have got to come out. That's why I picked them though, is because I want to make sure they come out. But here's my big, I don't want to say hang up, is Uno. Uno it's fun. I absolutely love it, and I don't regret doing it, because what's happening with Uno is there are 2 whips that keep getting called. 1 and 3. That would be Heroes and Heroines and Mulan. Mulan is my project for today. 200 stitches because it was a skip that got called for Mulan, which is great. My Firefly Fairies and Sleeping Beauty were on Whip Go for this month, so I used those as my other 2. And one of them, I'm pretty sure I already hit the goal just because I had stitched on it earlier this year. Sleeping Beauty. But they've only been called 1 time each. So, like, I am just not working on those. So that's why you don't see a whole lot of projects out of me right now.
Yes.
And then for daily 30, you can work on any project. So on Sundays, I've chosen my daily 30 to be Summer Quaker.
Yes, Summer Quaker. Yeah.
April Quaker. On Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on Sunday, because we stitched that together. That is my daily 30. And every other day, it's Summer Quaker. And that's why I only have time to do 1 letter, 1 number. But actually what I've chosen to do is 1 color. And it turns out that, like, I've always done it like that. If I already have the single strand on my thread, single thread on my needle, I go ahead and do whatever I can on that I can count down to. So it's been working in order, and so the same number, same letter and number are each the same color. And that's all that there is one left of each one. So that's why it ends up being a number and a letter. But it's a nice slow pace, and I don't feel overwhelmed. And I also honestly don't feel guilty that it's not done, because I wanted it done in July, but I kind of let that go. I let go of my sadness that I didn't get it done, and it's okay. And I've been back to doing my enchanted challenges, and I love the group, so I'm glad I'm back in, but I'm not doing all of the challenges. I go through and see what my projects match up, and that's what I put in for. I don't go, oh, I need a project that matches this. I took Sammy J's advice on that one, because she doesn't do them all, and she said if my projects don't match, then I'm not going looking. And I was like, that's the approach I need to take, because I like it. I like the game. I like the people in it. And this way I can still participate.
Yep.
And of course, I'm still going strong with my other games. I'm going to put out a plea. We would love to get some gifts in Dynasty of Dragons. I am Team Seraphina, Dynasty Seraphina, if you want to send a gift our way. We don't have any rogue friends. That's why.
Yeah,
all right.
This rogue kind of went rogue from being a rogue.
Yeah, she just is like non-existent. She's still in the game, but non-existent.
It's very hard. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, and I'm doing a Stitching Around the World. The City Life game turned into Stitching Around the World, so we just went to Australia.
Travel.
Yeah, I'm in Australia right now.
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah, we stitched 8,000 stitches to get to Australia as a group, and now we are opening our own restaurant for 10,000 stitches.
That sounds like a fun game, but should I join? Because
you can, because we can have 15 people in our house, or 20 people.
I mean, yeah, that does get busy, but
no, it's what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter if you're stitching or not.
Right, but also, because I might let those people down, not really, but
yeah,
I might not focus on my other
very,
stuff.
It's very relaxed, kind of like my pirate ship.
Okay.
My pirate people are so fun because we're slow. Like, we keep it
Our
slow and
ship
easy going.
is, what do you call it? It's not cruising, it's just...
Yeah, it is. It's cruising.
Okay, well, yeah.
We're on cruise control.
Yeah, you're on cruise control and everyone else has their rowers and everyone...
Right now we have 24 hours for 7 of us to stitch 10,000 stitches. It ain't happening.
Right.
So, I just put out to my team, so we have 24 hours to hit this thing. Now, nothing's happening to us if we don't. It's just that we don't get the rewards if we don't. And I just said, so can we hit 10,000 stitches with the 7 of us in 24 hours? And one person's like, I have an injury, so I'm super slow. Another one said, I'm away until later tonight. And I said, there's no way I'm doing over 1,000 in 24 hours. So we know that as a team, we're going to do what we can, but we know we're not hitting it. So we're okay with that. As always, there's always something that I forget, and I feel is pretty important.
But
so
let's just say it's a few hours later.
It is a few hours later. We look a little different, maybe a little sweaty, and we'll tell you why in a second. But so we'll add these in, what we thought was important, both of us. We had 2 different things.
Yes, well, we'll start
and
with
let us tell you about an adventure.
I said
no, go ahead.
From my point of view, what did I do? I was upstairs, you called me down and said Walmart order was ready. So I hopped in the car, so I'm by myself, and I get to Walmart.
And usually somebody rides with her. This is one time she didn't ask them to.
Well, you guys were watching a show. So, yep, I'm in the car. I get there, say that I'm there. They'll be there for a few minutes. They'll be with you in a few minutes. So then the person gets there, he gets the stuff in, and then he asks if the trunk's automatic or not. I say no, so he closes it for me. And then I try to turn on the car, I put the window up, and then all of a sudden the car just like, all these controls just...
And there's
like
a
weird
sound. Yeah.
And it's just flashing, and I'm just like, what is going on? So I call her. And do you think it's the scissor fob, key fob? Yeah, so.
Because that was the first thing, is she had the spare key, and we knew one of them was, we thought one of them, the battery was almost dead. So
I took the key out, held it there, tried to start the car, the brake wasn't
It's a
moving.
keyless start. So she tried all the stuff, and I tried troubleshooting it, like we FaceTimed. I'm like, okay, hold this for 10 seconds, let's try this, try that. And then She went back to Walmart.
The auto
Thankfully,
center.
she's at Walmart. So she goes into the auto center. They point her in the direction of
The batteries.
the batteries.
But I
They
went to
wouldn't
the auto
change it for
center
her.
twice, so I was back at the car, and it is like over 80 degrees out.
No, it was 90.
Oh, really? Okay, that makes me feel better.
So they point her in the direction of batteries. She comes out. She changes the key fob battery. Thankfully, you know, I have Walmart Pay, so she's able to do all this stuff. And it didn't. Well, in the meantime, I'm making texts and phone calls trying to find somebody to take me over to Walmart because it's 5 minutes, 6 minutes from our house.
Right. Dad's working over an hour away. Alan is closing, so he
wasn't answering his phone. I even typed SOS, but he's not seeing any of his messages because he's required to have his phone put away. Finally, one of my neighbors, who I also teach piano to the son, she was at Costco, and she's like, well, if you still need a ride when I get home, I will give you a ride. So she thankfully took me, and I said, Colleen's in the middle of changing the battery. I'm just going to let her, I said, I just want to get over there. I said, she's 18. This is her first experience like this. I think I need to drive her home. And my neighbor's like, yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Let's get you over there. And she dropped me off, wished me well. And then we realized Colleen...
We thought all would be well as she hopped in the car with her keys. And the sound made...
But we still... I troubleshooted with my keys. I had her take hers out. All kinds of stuff. And then we realized the cold food was just sitting out. So we put those into cold bags.
That we have underneath, so thankfully.
So we got all of those put in. And then doing some research online. And we figured out it probably was the battery. So in the meantime, I decided to open the hood just to get ready. And we left the back hood open just to let some air circulate.
So one of the drop off.
No, pickup guys.
Yeah, Walmart pickup people. Because it's with a different person. He said, did you get your groceries? And she says, oh, she's been here for over an hour. We've got the groceries, but, our car's not turning on. So, and he's like, hey, do you want me to take your groceries back in, the cold ones?
And he said if he would have known earlier, because we said AAA's on the way. But he's like, oh, I could have come out and gave you a jump. This guy was so, so nice. Definitely, I'm definitely...
doing a review.
Yeah, because he was super, and I do have his first name. But, so he took all of our cold bags in and threw them in the freezer just to keep them chilled. So that was awesome. And even one person did stop by and asked if we needed a jump.
And they were like, do you need a jump? Because our hood was open.
We're like, yeah, but
AAA's over there. He was circling around trying to find us.
Yeah, he didn't
see
me.
She was like, I'm waving.
And then I saw him go down another aisle. Thankfully I had sneakers on. I ran the best I could over. Yeah. And I'm like this, and he doesn't see me. And then I'm like waving at his mirror, and he didn't see me. Then he called me, and I'm like, yeah, you passed. So he didn't come down our aisle. That was the problem. So he came over. He was nice. He was helpful. He did a test, and then he jumped us, and he's like, start your car. It started. And he said, here's your battery test. You want to see it? I'm like, okay. He goes, you have to replace your battery, soon. And I said, okay. I said, so Walmart Tire Center is closed.
Yeah, closed.
I said, do you think my car will start tomorrow? I said, if all I do is drive home, will it start tomorrow to
because I had to
come
get
back?
Work.
Yeah. And I said, I can bring it back. Yeah. And he went, no, you turn it off. You're not turning it back on. Right. I'm like, okay, what do you suggest? He said, there's an AutoZone right up the road here. He said, I would go to AutoZone and they'll replace your battery. I'm like, okay. So I get over to AutoZone. I didn't turn off the car just in case. And the guy came out and he looked. He goes, yes, I can do that. And he was also super nice, super helpful. And
there's a Dunkin' Donuts
in the parking lot. And I just so happened
to have a card. So yes, I have
somebody ran over while I watched. And she even said that almost made up for...
Almost was bad experience, yes.
Yeah. She said this actually kind of made up for what I just went through. So anyway, that was
my day
interesting.
Off.
But this is life, and this is what happens to us. And my car is only 5 years old. Yeah. But I know batteries only last about 5 years. So I know it's something that happens, but we can't catch a break sometimes, and it's just like, I
mean,
got what 10 stitches in today. So
I don't think I got any full stitches in because I'm still working. I
you're on your long row.
You saw. I didn't get any stitching
But she goes, what do you think? If we leave the car running, we could go home and get our stitching and come back. I'm like, he'll be done changing the battery.
I was thinking if you came home, I'd get the groceries out, and I'm staying and you drag another child out. I wasn't going back out.
But I was like, it would take us as long to get home. It would take us longer to get home and get back than it would take us to just go get it changed. So anyway, what was the item you missed?
It was not an item. I wanted to say, because I'm a cashier, that these people, when they bring DMC to the counter, and I asked, do you cross stitch? So one lady, she said, my friend's actually going to teach me. So I said, have fun with that. And then later on, I actually checked out the person that was going to teach her. There was another person, she said she came up to put some items in the fair. So
neat.
That's a lot.
So,
that's cool.
She's getting to meet some cross stitchers. All right. So
all I say is that my mom and I cross stitch. I don't say we have a channel or anything.
Maybe we get a business card we can hand it out.
I don't know
if you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, so my item was kind of important because it has to do with an upcoming video, maybe video series that I am going to do. I have had 1,000,001 requests of how to start a HAID. So I need to get some answers from you all. Is it any full coverage, or do you really want to see a heaven and earth design? I don't care either way, but I'll tell you why. So,
I saw the one you want. Okay, is that one?
So if it's going to be a heaven and earth design, this is the one I'm going to do. And it doesn't have as many colors as others. Hold on, I'm reading. It's got 77 colors. So it's not quite as big, but I will definitely go through all the steps. No matter what, I'll go through all the same steps anyway. So this is Pearl. And it's beautiful, and it's my birthstone, and I really, really want to start it.
She's even pointing to the border. She was trying to find the ones she
I wanted something that would be interesting, too. Because there's some others I want to start, but the border is really, like, the top corner where I start, and you went the way I start, so I'm going to start in a different place. So I was looking for one that would have an interesting top to it, so you could watch me start. And I could go through the process with you.
No, not that bud.
Yeah, I know. See, whatever. So that one is the one that I was considering. If you don't mind, if you don't mind it not being a heaven and earth design, there's one that I already have kitted up. It's not,
she's hitting the wrong buttons.
I'm hitting wrong buttons. It's not, I have the threads bought. I don't have it kitted up. But, I mean, it's leaves in the top, but I still think it's interesting.
Is this Come Crafts?
This is Pain. This is my only pain-free crafts.
Oh, okay.
So, you've probably seen this because I've had it kitted. It's Forest Piano. And I know you're probably going to say both of them are beautiful. You choose. No. If you wanted to see a HAID and only a HAID kitted up, please tell me that. I have no problem with that. Either one, I'll start.
Yes, she's very eager to start either one.
Yeah. And I have a whole plan. And I'll kind of walk you through how I start, how I even kit up different things, because depending on the size is what I do with my threads. So I'll kind of go through all of that with you guys so that you can see what I do with super size or max color versus a regular HAID, and that kind of thing, just to show you different options that might work for you all. But I'm getting excited over it. So I just need to know what you're more interested in. I think I have the fabric for that one. I don't think I have fabric for Pearl, but you know, I'll make my own. So that's all right. So, all right. I don't know where I'm popping this in, so it's going to seem a little out of place.
Yeah.
But catch you on the other side of the video. Ready for some haul?
Okay, so I got some haul this week. Yeah. So
her paycheck's already spent.
Yeah. Still got a tithe on it, and I have to put some into savings.
Yeah, Mom's not going to collect all that's due right away. I'll be like,
okay, so I will put some in savings.
We'll
We'll
pay it like layaway. When your layaway is paid off, that's when you get your fabrics.
Okay, fine. Because I don't plan. I'm glad I don't plan. But
I think that's how that should work, right?
All right, I'm going to show you.
Wait till you see this.
Yeah, so.
Oh, no, show it.
No, I'll make a little thing. So this one is I'll go with the crazy one.
So while we are now fabric dyers, we still appreciate others' work.
But oh, you're dyeing fabrics, but why are you buying someone else's fabrics? Well,
they're doing stuff we can't do, or
it's so pretty.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we just didn't, so
Okay.
we like it.
So one time, and I don't know if I mentioned this because we didn't have them yet, but we were on Be Stitch Me's Friday night fight night. So I went and claimed through Mother a 40 count linen, and it's called Tea Leaf. So I didn't open this up. Well, maybe I opened this one up because it's crazy. All right, can you help me? Every time I look at it, wow, I have no idea what I would do on this, but I loved it. You know, some people just can't get the fabric because they love it.
Yeah, this one's probably just going to be like looked at for a really long time.
Okay, so I guess these are a little bit more toned down,
A little bit.
more me. So this one I think is a 32 count. I got a few okay people, but yeah, I have to pay someone back. This one's called Iris. It is a Jobelin, and it's 32 count. And I just fell in love with it. Is this one bigger or no?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh,
no, maybe it's the same
I think
size.
it's the same size. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. It's like whitish and more
It's 18
purpley
by
at the
34.
edges. I love this piece. 32 count usually. I don't know. Maybe I could find a big mirabilia to go on this.
Yes, it is bigger.
Okay.
7 inches bigger.
Maybe I could find a mirabilia.
This would be good, mirabilia.
Mhm.
Of course, not any of those baker's wife ones.
No, because I already have my fabric picked out.
That's true.
I could refold that.
I was going to refold it for you while you start talking about that one.
Right. Of course, I had snatched an opalescent. So this is a 32 count. It is a Lagana. And its color is Neptune. So she had a bunch of these pieces. And every time I would see if someone had commented, somebody said, mine please, me please, and all that. So, but I claimed it. I don't know if this was a pass down or I actually got it. So, I don't know if we can see the variegation in it. But it is absolutely gorgeous.
And sparkly.
And sparkly. I love my sparkly fabric. And I don't find it to be a hindrance.
Well, did I start stitching on a sparkly?
I mean, you have your Ada.
I know, but did I do a sparkly linen or Lugana?
I don't think so.
Oh, because I said I do like the feel of it. It's very different than the Ada.
Maybe it was my piece of the same, like the same
Could be.
color that you were mentioning. Okay, so I didn't open this one to see if it's really variegated, but I still love the color of it. This one is called Marine. It is a 40 count. Again, I'm crazy. And it's an even weave. So let's open this little baby up. I love the color she used to serge it with. Oh, it's so nice.
There's a tiny bit of modeling.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I love teals. Like teal, blue, blue-green.
From behind, it looks like an aqua.
Oh, and aquas. I like aquas, so I'll claim some fabric.
You also claim some.
No, you can show yours.
Okay, I got 2. Somebody else was spending the money.
But you got a before, so you have this. So these are my first pieces.
So I got a little bit of a wild piece.
This one is called.
Like, it's got.
Is it autumn? Yeah, it's got like a reddish hue. It's
It
got some
almost
browns
looks like it's printed.
and greens.
Does that not look like flowers? I would love to know how she did this. Unless she got a printed fabric. I don't know.
It's modeling.
It's amazing.
She's just really talented.
It looks like, yeah, she's very talented. It looks like leaves and flowers.
I know. Those leaves. Those are like some of my
Like,
favorites.
does that not look like a leaf in there?
Yeah.
And it's got pinks and
You
greens.
have to open it up.
I know, I'm going to open it. But there's pinks and greens and holy crap. Like, no, that's not a usual me either, but again,
So, wait, you gotta tell your thing.
it's the appreciation.
This is autumn. It is a Jobelin, and it is 28 count.
Yeah, it's a 28 count. I don't know what I'll put on it, but something nice.
Something of like that people always do, and then we're like, oh yeah, that would look good on it.
Like,
It's gorgeous.
yeah.
I'm kind of jealous because when we had the packaging, and I loved it was like cherry blossoms on the packaging, but we were like, whose is whose? And some of them I was like,
And
if
then
that's not mine, I'm
I
kind of
thought I got a
jealous.
40 count.
Mm-mm.
Maybe I was a second place one. Lugana, 32 count. Oh, I got a half yard. That's what it was.
Ah, this thing's huge.
Look how big that is.
Oh my goodness.
It's a nice neutral.
Yep.
But it's got pink tones to it.
Homeland.
Homeland. And it's, yeah, half yard, 32 count Lugana. So I couldn't resist It just was,
Brandy
again,
knows her
calling my
fabrics.
name. Yes, she's a very talented person.
Do we strive to be like Bestitch Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We strive to be like a lot.
Again, yes. There's a time we're listing and we're like, we want to be like.
All right, go ahead, show that off.
No, you show your free gift. I want to show that not last, but
Okay, so
she got a free gift.
yeah, I got to be entered into because we had bought something.
Oh, a giveaway. That's
The
what it
giveaway.
is.
So we entered several, but the one we won was the sugar plum.
You
So-
said read, but it's yours. You can have it.
Well, I figured.
Yeah.
Because there were some things that she liked more than I did, and I
Mhm.
entered because she liked it.
Mm-hmm. So there's her. You can hold
Sugar
her.
plum.
You can hold her up close if you want. I love her logo.
Yeah. Are
Okay.
you ready?
So I did a thing, and I actually bought this hand-dyed silk, and I really don't know. 50 yards. So this is called
Yeah, mine's
Shoreline,
50 yards too.
and this I've decided project, but it's gonna be a black work. Like it's so beautiful.
Or a long dog?
Maybe a long. I mean, there's not too many long dogs I like, but if I
Oh,
like
there's
it,
a lot that I like.
if I like it, you like it too. So I probably don't want to do the same long dog as you, just because.
That's me?
Right.
Well, I would.
Well, whatever it is, but still,
No,
like,
I'm saying I would not. There's so
Maybe?
many. I wouldn't do what you were
But-
doing.
more of a black work because the long dog you gotta have a pretty floss and fabric. I feel like. I mean, to each his own, if whatever your preference is, but I want this to be focused because it is so gorgeous.
Okay, so before we get into our fabrics, this is kind of our fabrics. So I wasn't happy.
That's your haul.
Oh, I had one more haul. Sorry, guys. I got from Fangirl Fibers my Once Upon a Time. Is that the name of it? No.
Once a pun.
Oh gosh, it's Tale as Old as Time.
Yes.
Stitch along.
Does it
Guess
say it on there?
It does.
I was about to say that.
This was Tale as Old as Time, and it's got the rose from Beauty and the Beast. So these were needle minders made specifically for a stitch along. You can buy them even if you're not part of the stitch along. So it's Fangirl Fibers. She is on Etsy. And then somebody else on Etsy, and I apologize, I'll get her name when my product comes. She is making project bags, and they're in the same stained glass as
the teeny tiny scrap she has.
this that I've used for other things. So I was like, please, because that's one of my favorite fabrics. Okay, now before we get into our fabrics, this is kind of our fabrics. I wasn't 100% happy with my chatelaine fabric because
yeah.
in my kit it came white, and it was white, and she told me she could get me a color, but it would take a lot of time, and as long as it was already going to take, I didn't want it to take any more time. So
And you already did your unboxing and all that.
so with the dyeing of fabrics, I decided to get brave and dye one myself, and I actually did dye this myself.
She had it in its own little Pyrex dish, so
I came up with all the formulas for what they dyed. Colleen mixed them. Well, I helped some, but anyway. And they dyed a green, and when it dyed, I was like, oh no.
oh no, what happened?
I was like, no, not that bright. My chatelaine cannot be that bright. So I took it and I cut the recipe in half, the dye recipe. And I put a little bit of that in our group. So I
Have a little piece to show off.
can show off my new
And it
chatelaine
moved.
fabric. I am so thrilled. Colleen, would you mind going back and seeing if it shows? So when I show off our fabric, she's going to stand and tell me where I should be to get the best color. She says it looks best back here. So that is a pretty light green. It's a little bit darker than I wanted, but I'm very, very happy with it. I love my modeling. And since I did mine, Colleen asked if she could do hers because hers was like a beige.
Beige.
It was like a bleached color.
Potato.
Yeah, and she wasn't real pleased. So we thought we would put it in some pink. So we did it in the Jane Bell. And so it added some marbling to it. So it's actually got the regular base color underneath. Can they see the marbling?
Oh yeah.
Good. So Colleen's going to sit back there to help because we're going to show off the fabrics that we're going to take
Pictures of.
pictures of. So just a little bit, if you are not interested in our fabrics, you can skip to our plans because I'm putting hyperlinks down below in the Dropbox. I've been doing that the last few weeks. It's been working out on our end. So, you know, don't feel obligated that you have to watch all of our fabrics if you're not interested. But if you are, we appreciate it. But Colleen is going to stay behind the camera to try to get the truest picture. I do my very, very best with my photographing. I keep changing the light around, turning one light off, one light on, different modes for camera to try to get the truest color I can. And it's just not always happening. So what I'm going to do is try to get them marked with some DMC. We're going to put the DMC number in the comments in the albums that it's the closest to. And we'll pick like what the base color is, not the modeling. But just so that you have a general idea as to what color that it's going to match. Because we have our DMC book. So we can just kind of go off of that. So since we're already on greens, this is called the Sarah. And this one is 28 count even weave. This is by Zweigert. And believe it or not, so the Hobby Lobby even weave is actually cotton. So it takes the color a whole lot better than regular Jobeline or Lugana does, because it's not a mixed synthetic fiber like mine is. And that's an 18 by 27. This is just a small piece of Aida. I wanted to show you the difference of how the modeling takes place in the Aida. This was just a scrap that we dyed just to show you the differences.
Bradley.
This is Bradley. This is the yellow I was talking about. This one here is a 14 count and it's 15 by 18. I think it's such a great buttery yellow with some darkish tones to it. Can you tell that it's yellow?
You can tell it's yellow, but really this light makes it whitish.
Should I? I'm gonna put the light. Let's see what happens. If it's not.
It's a little better. It's much more yellow.
Okay. So maybe we'll not have my light on. I feel like my room's a little on the yellow side. Where's our tag?
I don't think.
Well, I know this is exactly the same thing actually because I did two of them. So this is another Bradley, 15 by 18, 14 count. This is also Bradley, but this is an 18 count. It says 14 count, but I'm pretty sure this is 18 count. Oh yeah, this one's tag. So this is 18 count Bradley, and this one is Zweigert Aida, so it's a little bit lighter. The other ones were Trollscraft, so it's just interesting how they were exactly in the same dye at the same time. So it's very interesting to see how different fabrics take
so
the same color.
Those were new introductions.
Brand new.
So we do have a few more, maybe one more, but we have more Leo for you guys.
Leo. So back by popular demand is the Leo. This one is an 18 count, and it is 15 by 18. And this was a Zweigert because I didn't have any Trollscraft 18. And this is a 28 count even weave again, 15 by 18. And this is the Leo. These are named in honor of my grandpa. Bradley is my cousin. And then, but you can see, same dye lot, same, I don't want to say bucket, but same container. And that is the difference between Aida and even weave. And they were left in the exact same amount of time. And even though they're both cotton, they hold it very differently. This is a 14 count Leo. This one is, 15 by 18. That seems to be our standard size right now. As soon as I am able to buy the whole bolt, I can cut it differently and have actual real fat quarters and fat halves. I'm very, very excited about that. This is also Leo in the opalescent. So this is 14 count Opal Aida, 11.5 by 18. And all of these measurements are pre-dyeing because we actually took these right out of the package from Hobby Lobby and where else we bought it. So This here is Philip. It's another brand new dye for us. It's a beigey gray. It's a very beigey gray with gray modeling. This is the 18 count Ada, 18 by 15. What does that say? Almost 15. It was just under. I feel like I see more modeling on the back. I don't know. I can see it through. It's like all this little gray swirls. I just think it's amazing. It's so hard to catch that on camera. Now this almost gives it pink undertones. The Ada does. Oh, this is Ada too. This is 16 count Ada. 15 by 18. But I don't know. Can you see the gray?
You see the gray? I don't see pink on there.
You don't see the pink undertones? See, that could just be my eyes though too. Because there is no pink in it. Now this is 28 casual. 28 count casual linen.
For people who love linens, we got linens.
Yep, this is 28 Philip, which is 18 by 27. And it's the beigey gray with just a tad, tiniest bit of modeling in this one. This one doesn't have too much. But this one, I don't have a size. I'm going to have to measure this one. I apologize. Look at that. Can you see the modeling in that? Oh my gosh, it's all that gray coming through. It's absolutely beautiful. And then we also have 32 count Belfast. Oh. We should have. Again, the modeling is not quite as much in that. This is pretty bright. Jane Bell, 16 count Ada, 15 by 36. So this is a little bit darker than the ballet slippers type style we did last week. But this is what we're officially calling Jane Bell.
That really does not show up. It's a vibrant pink.
Let me see if the backboard helps. Nope. Yeah. Just tell me where to move it. I want to move until you tell me to stop.
You can hold it really up close. Yeah, that's what I did. Nothing for it.
Is that better?
I think it looks a little bit more pink. Maybe right there. Yeah.
Okay. So here is our Jane Bell. It is more vibrant than what we dyed last week. So this is officially our Jane Bell recipe. So if you order Jane Bell. So we wrote down our recipes this time so that you can reorder and we can do them again. We all have other shades too of the same things. But this is 32 count Belfast. So it's darker than the one we did last week. But look at that modeling in that. Can you see how much there is? No? Oh, it's a shame. I wonder if my blackboard can help. Can you see the differences in color?
I mean, you can just tell there's black behind it.
Darn it. Well, the black, where you see the black, that's more whitish. That's where the lighter color is. But that's a shame. We were hoping that the video would give you some truer, that's what else I was going to tell you at the beginning, is we were hoping the video would give a lot more truer color than some of our pictures. This is our even weave, 28 count. And this is 15 by 18. What if I held them all three up at the same time? Does that help? No? Hopefully this does some justice.
All
this is our Michael, our ever popular Michael. 14 count, 15 by 18.
Yeah, that shows up a little bit more yellow or brown.
You know, somebody put that in our group and it showed with brown. This is orange.
It's orange, but you definitely see the modeling.
Okay, so this is definitely an orange. And again, we'll put the base orange color, not the black modeling. And it's amazing because we mix orange with
charcoal
gray. And we like, she stirs it up like super good. And it's the way the fabric takes it. It's amazing. 14 count opal, 11.5 by 18. I'm going to put it close so you can see the sparkles. Do the sparkles show up at least?
I'm going to bend it back a little bit. Not too much.
I'm failing. This might not become a regular segment. 18 count, 15 by 18.
This, in person, you definitely can see the grays in it. Like, it's an even weave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one helped the gray out.
Oh, no, this is the 18 count Ada.
Oh.
By Zweigert. Now this, holy crap.
28 count casual linen.
Look at the casual. Like, it's, you know what? Does that do better?
Nope.
Why does our fabric of the month show up so well? I don't understand.
Our fabric of the month?
When I show off my fabrics of the month, and that's a shame. Oh, I guess I should mention that, shouldn't I? At the end of our video.
Yeah, this one shows the grays. Oh,
look at that.
I think you can see a little bit.
This is our even weave. Oh, one dye lot. Like, seriously, can you believe that? These are all from the same dye lot. All of these Michaels. So, when we get a website, you know, probably a year from now, we are starting now. We're going to take pictures of the even weave with the Ada, with the linen, so you guys can see the difference of how the dye takes. Yes, I know somebody else has done this. We haven't put this up on our Facebook group, but we are now. This is 46 count, 12 by 18. We don't have a name for it. This was from last week. This is 13.5 by 17, and it's 18 count. This was John's
little starburst. So it'll go to the dad album. We
are going to create a dad album. Lauren has so graciously volunteered to help Colleen sometimes when dad is not around. So he's Grace Notes' dad, by the way. So if you see John commenting or answering you guys in the group, that's him. He's Grace Notes' dad. This is 18 by 28, and it's 18 count. But he is helping us out with the Facebook group because obviously we've got a lot on our plate. But once a month, he's going to get his dad album, which we're going to call Dad Dyes. And he gets to do all his fun stuff that he wants to do. I think this one's absolutely gorgeous. 14 by 16. It's an 18 count.
So,
Ada.
Yeah, that pretty much shows true. I'd call that a pomegranate.
Yes,
color.
Definitely. It's a pomegranate color. So we will match these this week and put some look at the blues. Nice blues. That's 17 by 14 and it's a 14 count. This one's 14 by 17 and it's a 28 count. That's a rose. Definitely a rose color. Oh, here's another of his starburst. This is a 14 by 17, 18 count. Look at that. I think he got some good.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more red, like in person. I think you're seeing a little bit more watermelon-ish color.
And then this is what I call ballet slippers, 14 by 17. And it's also an 18 count.
Oh, it's really washed out.
Well, you're not getting a true picture. Well, thank you if you sat through all of that. Colleen's going to come back around so we can finish up.
You know, we are called GraceNotesStitchers Fabrics, but a little bit on the side, I've been, if you can hear all this clangs. Okay, I'll show the one I made first. And I'm going to do more of a color theme and go along. And I don't think that this is going to be showing justice or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm making some scissor fobs. And as many as I can make, we are going to sell.
Yep, they'll be in albums. They'll be in their own album.
Mm-hmm. So it's a little teapot at the end. I can describe, I think I put a thank you little charm on here. There's some there's a breast cancer. I pretty much did one of each. Little charm that says love. There's this golden drop kind of thing. Little crown of medieval. And it says imagine. And it's got like some swirls on the back of it.
Some pretty roses.
And roses. This one I liked because I think I made it yesterday.
Yeah.
It's what I call a little bit more cluttered. The cluttered is not a bad word. It's of just how I
We're going to say
it.
chunky.
Chunky. Alright, so there's a cute little cat. Well, the front.
If I can get it turned around. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip the whole thing.
So it's an adorable little cat. And I've
I
liked the colors we have. I tried to match it.
So why we go to Hobby Lobby is because she works there and it's 3 minutes from our house.
Right.
So that's why we source a lot of stuff there.
Yes, we source our charms.
Well, and our fabrics at this point.
There's a little BFF charm on there. I put like the cat that's its back.
Yeah.
Like the back of its head, the back of its body is what you see.
And some
I put
pearls.
the 3 little diamond parts. We got some of those, they're called cracked beads or something. They're not really cracked, but
Inside.
the effect of it. And they're like 2 tones.
I like this one.
Yeah, and then we have some cloudy ones. And some of this I did double. And I left the button on there because I'm calling it unique.
And you had more haul that you forgot about.
I'll take it. I just want to show it. So I've been wearing these all. If you can see my teeny tiny little earring. I'm getting compliments on these. So that can be my subscription box. That's what I'm showing you. I'll show you what. Here. I got a hacky sack. And no, I don't know how to do it. But I got a hacky sack. So it reminds me of Jamaica. But
In the colors, yeah.
yeah, the colors. But it's from Guatemala. I don't know if my earrings are from Haiti or this bag is. When I saw that there was a bag in my thing, because the box was just a little bit tad bigger, so it's usually like this big. But when I saw it was just a bit bigger, and of course it came in my favorite color.
Yeah, imagine that.
And they say it's reversible or something, so that it's just a solid blue. I just feel like people would think it's a Hobby Lobby bag if I had it inside out, but it's got an awesome bag. Oh yeah, this was made in Haiti by the 3 cords that I got my crazy headband. But I got a nice pocket in there, so I've been carrying my project, and I can slip my whole entire purse in here.
So she has a new project bag.
Yeah. So
that's her carry bag to and from work.
This was all rolled up in my box, and I was amazed. So
yeah, pretty cool. And then plans. We have some plans. Of course, we're gonna see what's going on in our business, but that's not really what our plans are. I neglected to say that in the past 2 weeks, I have over 2,000 stitches that I put into Heroes and Heroines.
You said you got 4,000 in, so
That's total.
okay.
Yeah. So 2,000 just in 2 weeks. I'm really excited over that. So maybe 2,000 more. I definitely have to get some more into Sleeping Beauty and some more into Firefly Fairies. I gotta get a lot into Mulan. I'm only at 1,000 with her right now. So I gotta get
So my plans
3,000 more.
is to stitch more. But on Saturday, I have a 9-hour shift.
Yeah, and what time is it?
It is
11 to
10 to 7.
Yeah, so that kind of leaves no time in the morning, and you know, so that's kind of interesting.
Part-time is a little bit crazy.
Yeah, and she's working 36 hours. Do you have your schedule for next week?
I don't believe that. I think they should tell me when I'm on. But I got like a paper one that they gave me a copy of, so.
Yeah, so she got quite a bit for being a part-timer for this week. And we don't know if that's just because she's still considered training or what. But yeah, it definitely has cut into, real life has cut into stitching time, but real life matters. That's what supports our stitching.
Yes.
So anyway, I don't think I have any other plans other than just stitching along. Do we?
I don't think so.
Next week's not Lauren's birthday.
What is on our agenda?
Nothing.
That to me kind of isn't like an achievement or just something great to sound, because
We've been running.
All I can do is work and stitch.
Yeah. So, all right. So with that, we're gonna say goodbye.
Happy stitching!